So anyone wants to argue?
It's very happy to see you. It's very nice when you come, and it feels like life is more complete when you're around. And this morning we were discussing some very interesting stuff, some very interesting talk. You mentioned something about Chaitanya Dev and his teachings, and I was just thinking, because of material conditioning, like I cannot perceive the value or the significance of Chaitanya's teaching, but on the other side, I know that you are capable of presenting these things in such a way that even the most conditioned soul can become inspired and amazed by that. So because of that, I just wanted to humbly ask you to say a few words about what Chaitanya Dev brought to this world, and how can we try to move closer to those ideals, and if you would share that, that would be something very beneficial, something very great.
Actually, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, so in Chaitanya Charitamrita we have, so to say, two sections. One is description of life, Mahaprabhu's life, and another section quite short in volume, but very profound in meaning. It's his teachings. So Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he after his classes, his discussions, we have the book called Golden Volcano of Divine Love. So this Golden Volcano also consists of two parts: the life of Mahaprabhu in short, his movements, his stayings in different places, so some historical aspects, and then his teachings. So Mahaprabhu, in his teachings, he gives us something new, some fresh light on ancient teaching of Bhakti, on ancient conception of Bhakti. Bhakti means literally devotion. When someone rejects his own interests and dedicates his or her, better to say, because soul is feminine, and dedicates her whole being to someone else. So bhakti may be applicable to anyone, any relations with superior and inferior. So inferior in these relations is Bhakta, and superior is Bhagavan. So Bhakta and Bhagavan, the connection is called Bhakti. One who belongs to Bhagavan, Bhakta. So it is not something new. You may be Shiva Bhakta, Ganesha Bhakta, or Prime Minister's Bhakta. Yeah, You consider yourself inferior to someone superior. But Mahaprabhu brings something new, some new light in these teachings of Bhakti. He speaks about Prema Bhakti. Prema Bhakti, it's devotion, dedication, one's being to someone superior, but on the platform of love. So this is what differs Mahaprabhu's conception from all others, starting from Patanjali and all other great teachers of the world. So it's Prema Bhakti. And Mahaprabhu also continues this thought. He says that there are some symptoms of Prema Bhakti, and these symptoms are losing your own mind. It's like you become like crazy, unconscious of external circumstances, of environment, and from externally you become like a crazy. It's external manifestation, and internally you always are connected to that superior. You always in the position of bhava. Bhava means some aspiration, some subtle feelings. So like this. And also he says that Prema Bhakti, as we say of Prema, we talk of Prema Bhakti. Prema Bhakti is possible only when your superior, one who you belong to, is beautiful. So Srila Maharaj uses this word, reality, the beautiful. Prema Bhakti is not possible with someone, Aishwarya, someone who is omnipotent, who is omniscient, all-pervasive, and all other symptoms of greatness. If someone is great, it's not possible to have prema, love with him. And prema becomes possible only when you pick out the symptoms of his beauty. So Mahaprabhu says Prema Bhakti is possible only with Krishna, because Krishna means irresistible, irresistibly beautiful. Krishna, not possible to resist. So love is only possible with him, not with Vishnu, Narayana, and all other manifestations and avatars of that supreme being, Bhagavan, Swayam Bhagavan. With all others, or with all other manifestations of that reality, the beautiful, bhakti is possible, mere bhakti is possible, but prema bhakti not possible. So these are the key points of Mahaprabhu's teachings. Of course, not all of them, but some. See, he also introduces something new about Sambandha, Abhideya and Prayojana. He says that Sambandha is connection, and this connection is established when someone tells you about the supreme reality. If someone just meets you and tells you there is supreme reality, the land of cows and cowboys, called Goloka. The land Goloka means literally the land of Govinda. Govinda means one who collects cows and lands. He likes to collect more and more because he is very lusty. So Govinda, he collects, he gets more and more. And that land where he wants to collect more and more cows and go means also senses. So he collects our senses and cows. So if someone approach you and says there is a land of cows and senses collected by some tricky person, then immediately in that very moment your connection with that land established. That is called Sambandha. And then Mahaprabhu says there is Abhideya. Abhideya means the method of going there, of ascending to that plane of reality. And that method is Seva Mukha. Seva Mukha means service with your face directed to Krishna. Face means allegorically. Face means with all your attention. Like you may do some seva, some service to your fellow ones, but not looking. Like I cook to my husband or to my wife, but I just do some. I look my TV, but I do some seva. It's not seva mukha, because seva mukha means you look at that. You understand? So this is Abhideya, service with your full heart, or with your face directed to the object of your service. And then he introduced such conception as prayojana. Prayojana, sometimes prayojana is misunderstood as the goal, but it's not the goal. Prayojana means the motivation, the motive, why you doing that. So when in some books you read the law of prema, love is prayojana as a goal, that means your supreme goal is love, but it's not. Actually, Mahaprabhu says the motivation of your moving towards Goloka is love. It's not the goal but it's some force that pushes you up. Love. So Mahaprabhu gives these three conceptions: connection, the way to reach the object of your aspiration, and why. What is the force that makes you moving? And this is love. So of course, Mahaprabhu tells many other things, but in a nutshell, this is what his teaching is about. Any arguments or threats?
And before embracing this teaching completely, there's the idea of letting go all the things you already have. So surrendering and letting go everything you already hold up to in order to embrace the real thing. And is there any particular advice of how it could, how useless things can be abandoned, and how everything can be abandoned, and useful things can be embraced?
Yeah, in our devotional life, we often have these questions starting with how, and often hear these questions starting with how. So if in future, in any time you have that question how, the answer is always the same. Mahaprabhu gives this answer. Trinada api sunichana, tarora api sahishna, manadina amanina. So if any question how rises in your mind, this is the answer. So to the environment, we have two principles: be humble and be tolerant. And towards the superior, we have also two principles. Towards the superior, towards the Krishna, we have two principles: humble and tolerant. And towards the external life, the material environment, we have also two principles: respect anyone and don't aspire to be respected by anyone. That's it. And then you answer the question how to reject the things that you accumulated in your life. Be humble and tolerant and respect anyone. When we say to reject things that we accumulate, the most dangerous thing is our good name. We think that first our name belongs to us. This is my property, my name, Mr. Such and Such, or Mrs. Such and Such. And secondly, good name. I'm not just Mr. John, I'm good Mr. John. I'm respected. Maybe not by everyone, but by someone. So this is our main property. We think that I am something important. So I have good name, good reputation. I'm famous for this and that. And this is very difficult to reject because it's very subtle. Krishna says, Mahaprabhu says, be tolerant and submissive. Tolerant means anything that we face in our life is sent to us by Krishna. If in all calamities, in all bad environments, we have to understand that this is all arranged by Supreme Lord. Because we every day chant Hare Krishna, Mahamantra, and but sometimes we chant mechanically. Of course, most of the time we chant consciously, but sometimes mechanically. And when we chant mechanically, we forget the meaning. And the meaning is, Krishna, don't let me alone. Hare Krishna means, Krishna, don't let me alone. Somehow or other, engage me. Don't let me to forget you. So when some bad things happen, someone calls you names, or takes your property, takes your fame, we have to understand that we ask Krishna that he arranged things in such a way that we don't forget him. So Krishna does that. So that means be tolerant. Whatever happens to us is arranged by Krishna, being asked by us. So in this way.
And these difficulties in life, do they help to surrender? Is it something?
Sometimes yes, sometimes not. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, some people in calamities, some people surrender to me, but some people gets more, so to say, more
averse.
Yes, more angry with me. And also in good environment, some people turn their faces to me, but some people just forget about me. When everything is perfect, nice, so people forget about me, Krishna says. So there is no guarantee. This is why the devotee prays to Krishna. Krishna, in all circumstances, please don't let me forget you. Like we remember Dhruva Maharaj, he is the king of the highest plane of universe. Above him only Vaikuntha. So, and he always keeps on his head lotus feet of the Lord and in his heart, though he is the omniscient king. And Bali Maharaj, he is still the king of serpent kingdom, and he also remembers Krishna. And we have another examples like Lord Indra. Sometimes he forgets about Krishna. Even Brahma himself, he forgets. So in our human plane of existence, sometimes we enjoy, sometimes we suffer. And in our prayers we ask Krishna, please let me smarana, always remember you in all circumstances. And actually not the absence of, not bad circumstances or good circumstances make us to remember or forget Krishna, but sadhu sangha and satsanga and asatsanga, this is main factor. When we are in association of devotees, we always remember of Krishna, no matter how bad or good circumstances are for us external. But when we are away from devotees, we tend to forget the Lord in bad or good situation. So, any other?
Maharaj, it's also said that you can do so much service, or you cannot, or you can be surrendered or less surrendered, but at the end it's all nothing moves without the will of Krishna. So if Krishna would like you to go back to Goloka Vrindavan, you can be a demon. And like it, obviously we're talking about Krishna's pastime, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's Krishna's will, that will happen. How to balance that? Because everything depends on Krishna's will. And I mean, how much can we do?
Actually, it's not possible to cheat Krishna. If we have lusty desires for this illusory environment, but we say Krishna, 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 we don't cheat him. He is the truth, and you cannot cheat the truth. So he always looks in our heart, and we can pretend to be a devotee, but actually we have demonic tendencies, and Krishna looks through us and see everything. But we can cheat his devotees. We can pretend to be devotees in society of devotees, because they don't have that bright vision as Krishna. So we can cheat them. And when they think that you are a devotee, then they will tell this to their master. And their master, even knowing that you are a demonic person, he cannot resist by obeying to desires of his devotees. And then he purifies you. He takes away the desires of being a possessor. Returning to your question, how to turn to Krishna Seva and forget about things that ties us up to this world. Try to understand that nothing belongs to us in this world. It's all imaginary. The conception of being a possessor is just illusion, but it's difficult to remember, because this world seems to be really existing. As Socrates said, Greek philosopher, he said, In this world, there is no straight line, there is no circle, there is no numbers exact like two apples. There is no two apples. There is apple and apple because they are different. So he says that circle and line and curve, this is all imaginary. And 1, 2, 3, it's all one object, two object, three object. It's all imaginary. But still, you live in this reality because it's. So you bend the reality to the illusion, and you keep on living, and then you get accustomed to illusion, and then you think that this is real.
What I have to change within myself to stop perceiving as that as real?
Mahaprabhu, in his teaching, he says there is two ways. One is jnana. One is jnana, by contemplating and analyzing this world. Analyzing means to take away by parts this world and realize that this is all these things that around me, they are just conceptions, and conceptions are in my mind, like circle. If you look around, you won't find the perfect circle. The perfect circle only is in my mind. Okay, not perfect circle, like conception of some bend, like oval. Still, you won't find the oval that you conceive. You find something different from your
perception,
your conception. Huh?
As an idea.
Yes. So this is the first method to understand that this is all illusory. It's all land of conceptions. I mean, not a conception, but perceived conceptions. There is land of conceptions which is called Vaikuntha. There are perfect circles, perfect lines, perfect blue, perfect black, white, red, perfect everything, because it's conceptions. And here, this is the land of perceptions. How we perceive the conceptions, this is what this world is all about. It's perceived world, but not conceived. So by contemplating, by meditating on this, you will finally understand that there is nothing to be attached to this world, because anything that you want to be attached is here. So Mahaprabhu says this, Jnana Mukta. These persons are called Jnana Mukta. And another method is Bhakti Mukta. One who realizes these very things, but not contemplating and reasoning, but by Krishna bhajana, by worshipping Krishna. So they achieve the same goal. But what happened there when they achieve the platform of freedom? Those who follow the path of bhakti, they find themselves attracted by qualities, but not these qualities, but qualities, some divya qualities, some divya guna that belong to one person. So they realized that freedom, but in very, very short time, which is called kshano, like 1,000th of second, they become free, and then immediately they become slaves of qualities of Krishna, his qualities of his personality, his movements, his lila, and his rupa, immediately. But those who did not follow that bhakti marga, but jnana marga, they end at this platform, and sometime after, they again become attracted by the qualities of that perceived world, that illusory world, because to be attracted, to be enthralled by Krishna's quality, it's not enough. It's not enough to be you. There must be Krishna involved in this. It's not only your business, it's Krishna's business. If he doesn't want to reveal himself, his svarupa, his nature properly, if he doesn't want to reveal it to you, then you will perceive not his svarupa, but this illusory rupa, and again you be attracted. So Mahaprabhu gives two ways, reasoning and worshipping. Okay?
And there's a sequence, nama, guna, rupa, lila. Is it something related?
Yeah, guna. Yeah, guna. It's generic word is guna. It includes nama, rupa, lila, and lakshana. Lakshana means his appearance.
But the first part is nama. Would it mean that further revelation comes through the holy name?
Nama is one of many his qualities, though it is more relevant in this age, it's recommended, nama, his name, but a living soul may be attracted to different guna, different qualities of him. And Mahaprabhu also gives this example. He said that for Kumaras, they were attracted by his smell, not his name, but his smell. And 100-something girls, Krishna's future wives, they were attracted when some person came to their prison. He started talking about Krishna, so they attracted by his leelas. So that person, I forgot, some Brahman came to that prison where they were put by the demon, the son of earth. And that Brahman spoke to them about Krishna. He said, Krishna is such and such. He liberated that Rukmini. He stole Rukmini from her wedding ceremony. So he told some stories about Krishna. And they were so attracted, and they wrote a letter, please, Krishna, release us from that. So nama is not the only guna of Krishna, but to us it's more important.
I think
Because Mahaprabhu told us. I don't know why Nama. But yes, why? Maybe I don't know, but it's more important, but it's not the only one. Krishna all attractive. He can attract by all facets of his personality.
in this Sri Rupa is described that Nama, the name, is a manifestation of like service to the spiritual master is the name.
Yeah.
How such a reality can be perceived through the service.
Huh?
How this reality could be perceived through the service.
No, it's easy. You perceive this reality because you want to possess it. You don't see things that you cannot use for yourself. You just don't. You just see them. You are not able to see things that cannot be used by you. Everything that you see, you know how to apply it in your life. So once you change your consciousness from exploiting to servitive, then you start noticing things that you can serve to, but not to exploit. It's like when you enter a supermarket, you know what you need. Like your wife told you to buy vegetables and cheese and that and that. So you enter there and you see only what is in the list. Other things you just skip. Because you are programmed. So Maya Devi, she gives us the big list of things that we can exploit. Many things. Actually, everything that we see, it's in the list. So when someone from the line of Sri Rupa gives you another list, and so you enter that supermarket, you find yourself skipping things that were useful for you before, but now you see it's not something you like. Someone tells you, oh, you're so great, and maybe a few years before you would feel some sweetness in this in this phrase, oh, you're so great, but now you feel some bitterness. I am great. No, but if you don't feel bitterness, then you're still ill. Something wrong. So one by one, these items in Maya list becomes non-visible. Evaporate. And instead of this, you see some other list, like faith, devotion, and Krishna's movements, and his qualities. And suddenly you don't like the monologue of Tom Hardy and like monologue of some lady speaking to bumblebee. It's more, it's sweeter than Tom's Hardy, whatever.
Maharaj,
Yeah.
coming back to the same point,
Yes.
serving the Absolute is definitely a great opportunity. It's something great. But even living with the harmony within the Maya Devi's world is, you feel great. Means it's not about becoming great, but when you are in harmony with nature, in harmony with you are not selfish, but just for the others, you feel better.
Yes, in harmony means you understand that she is the service maid. She is maid servant of him. Then you live in harmony with her.
Even more.
When you understand that she is meant to serve him, not you. like in a hotel, if you check in hotel, and in the morning maidservant enters to clean your room, and if you forget that she serves to her boss, then you become slusty and you just pull her in your bed. It's not in harmony. So like this Maya Devi, she is a servant. Her service is to divert, to distract you from Krishna by showing you some images, some forms. It's her business. So if you realize that and you say, yes, Maya Devi, very nice, good show, but I'm sorry, I'm not attracted. It's really nice.
Yeah, if we have that, then we are done. If we think that, then we are done from here.
Yeah, then we live then we realize that Maya Devi actually it's another face of Sri Radharani. So she belongs to him, and because she cares about him, he doesn't like when someone with bad intentions approach him. If someone wants to hurt Krishna by using him, by exploiting him, she as being a faithful counterpart of him, she keeps these people away. These lusty souls away from her beloved one. It's her business. Actually, it's not that Krishna tells her, now distract these persons from me. No, it's her desire, her intention. And when she understands that particular living soul is not going to exploit her beloved one, then she opens the gate. She said, okay, come, and you can take any position of this servitude world. You can be within that group, within that group, within that group. And some rare lucky ones, they are admitted to special group where service can be done to Krishna himself, but not to his manifestation, Narayana, Vishnu, or other 24 Vishnus. There are 24 Vishnus and many other avatars, Lord Ramachandra, and etc., etc. So, any other arguments? Exclamations?
If Maya Devi is a servant of the Lord, then why is she sometimes referred to as a witch? As a wicked witch. In the songs we see sometimes Maya Pisachi.
Yes, it's here. Durga or Maya or Bhavani, whatever. Bhadra. It's here. Her face is Kali. It's all her. It's energy. Energy is only one. It's Srimati Radharani. She is the only energy. There is no energies beyond her. But she is many mukha, many faces, from ugly witch to a face of devotion and faith. Why she is pishacha, like wicked face? He has wicked face. It's like in our life. When you're young, you get married, and the face of your wife seems to be very beautiful because you don't look at the face of your mother. But as time goes, that beautiful young face turns into old face. Same with men. I just give that example. So when we're attracted to this Maya, she gives us many images, like physical beauty, then wealth, power, fame. It's all her faces, and these faces are very sweet to us, very attractive to us, like physical beauty and richness and power. We like it, so we marry to these images. We want to be rich, we want to be famous, we want to be a religious leader. We just imagine this image. I become religious leader, or I become rich, I become powerful. So we marry this image and we try to get it. But once we get it, then this image turns into witch face, Maya face, real face. And then we in state of frustration, we think, why do I need this power? I worked hard all my life to be powerful, but now I'm weak and I don't like it anymore because many people jealous around me. They want my position. So this you want to become a famous superstar, so you become superstar, but then someone makes an application against you and then you suffer. So you want to be superstar, like nice face, Maya's face are famous, but it turns into witch face, pishacha face, ugly, and you suffer. So this is why. Initially it's nice, but then it turns into something fearful. And this many famous people, they cannot walk down the street. They go on vacation to some islands or some resorts where they are surrounded by guards. Like in prison, so they become yes, because the guards in prisons there are guards, and in this resort for VIPs they also guards, but guards in other suits, but same guards. So you want to be famous, but you end up in the prison. You cannot walk because people will follow you, and so they put black glasses and hoods and run away. Like you remember that video Beatles when they run away from the crowd. Hard Day's Night.
Yeah.
all video they run away. So same with power. You end up in the prison because you also have guards, and you're afraid of competitors who want to kill you and take your place. So you're always in fear, even if you're most powerful, like Julius Caesar, Napoleon, and all emperors of the world. They always were in fearful state. I remember the story of Emperor Tiberius. He was the father of Augustine. So he lived very long life. Like he died when he was 94, and last 20 years he lived in a small island in the sea, and it was not approachable, and only 10 people lived with him. So he ruled his whole Roman Empire from that island, because he was afraid that in Rome someone killed him. And once there was some disturbance in Rome, so he went there and he managed the situation, and on the way back he lost his consciousness, fell. Yes, like painless. And his closest guard, like a friend, he took a ring from his finger. That means he became a new emperor. And when he woke up again, he found that his ring was missing, but he couldn't do anything. And that new emperor, he declared himself his servant. He declared himself new emperor, and he put in some secluded room the Tiberius, and after 2-3 days he died. But he ruled the biggest empire in the world. So Maya first shows you the beautiful face, and then it turns into ugly one. Okay, again, any doubts? Whispers? Any wants to commit Vaishnava Parada? Verbally? Okay, then Yes.
Very nice talk, Maharaj.
Ah, okay. So, thank you.